Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn April 19, 2022. You could be feeling a little serious regarding your career, life direction, ambitions, or reputation today. While you'd like to detach yourself from it, it can be a challenge right now. However, once you rise above the anxiety, you'll find it's a great time to satisfy both your need for new experiences and your desire to lay low and regenerate. This might mean a new activity that refreshes or calms you. You'll find it natural to connect with your dreams and ideals. You seek satisfaction and comfort from your social life, and exchanging information can be rewarding. It's a perfect day to put your ideas in writing. You will handle the French language wonderfully well today, whether it is to write a poem, a letter, or a business proposal. When you put your emotions aside to focus only on what you think rather than how you feel, you have a knack for communicating with others. Expand your influence by focusing on topics that require a cerebral approach. Today you will be surrounded by a lot of feminine energy. You'll be spending time with female family members, talking to your mom, sister, or sister-in-law, or just spending the day with your partner, soaking up the female point of view. You will feel fantastic around all this containing emotional energy. Sometimes you keep your feelings inside you, but today that special person in your life will encourage you to share them. Jupiter distills its influence on several levels. For couples, her optimism could lead you to a marriage proposal. But it is advisable to wonder if such a proposal does not result from a respect for the conventions that of true love. You will take great pleasure in contact with others so that your good humor will turn into an asset of seduction. An effort of kindness and kindness on your part could well open the doors to a lasting and stable relationship. Need to seduce? No hesitation to have. Go for it. Today, you should experience strong emotional moments. Unconsciously do not refuse the invitations you may receive. They will lead you straight to love. As a couple, you might be pleasantly surprised by your partner. Don't be overwhelmed by nostalgia. For your greatest pleasure, your relationship is regaining color. Live the moments as they present themselves, without apprehension or fear. Your truth is something you're typically unapologetic about, but you could suddenly be questioning things at this time. Single and ready to meet your match? Perhaps it has something to do with the person you're crushing on or the non-committal attachment you've been romanticizing as of late. As you may know, the moon rules your third house of communication, thought process, and immediate exchanges, but it will be sitting alongside Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces via your 11th house of associations, community affairs, future visions, and sense of belonging in the world. Be discerning with regard to your influences and social networks. What's stifling your confidence? Getting out of your comfort zone is challenging. You could feel slightly stressed about certain partnerships or commitments in your career as you continue to define your professional identity. When Venus in Pisces squares the North Node in your sign, the tension resulting from this aspect strains your commitments. You could feel uneasy if you have committed to weird opportunities, unique partnerships, or something generally out of your normal. But aligning yourself with such professional commitments can create a one-of-a-kind professional identity and reputation. In the lead-up to her departure from your career sector next week, Venus will be wearing two hats, and this will become more noticeable as she begins to distance herself from the other planets here. While working to attract professional opportunities, as the planet of money, Venus also has an eye on where the money is. Follow your heart and the money will follow. Maintain contacts and strengthen your social ties, especially with close friends and family. Don't keep putting them off, because they really need to be near you now. It should be easy for you since you are completely at ease with yourself and won't be stressed by their company. Obviously, when others are in a positive mood, you will be too. Today is a day for a gathering. It doesn't have to be big or anything. Maybe have a couple people over. Or go to someone else's house. Communication, friends, and food figure strongly in the stars. Making an effort to get out and socialize is enough to make others aware of your qualities, and there is every chance you'll discover a new love interest. You're sure to meet new people and create connections that give others an opportunity to get to know and appreciate your delightfully seductive ways. Waiting for the right time can be good advice, but not with regard to developing healthy habits to live by. You need to eat 3 meals a day with healthy snacks in between, fresh fruit, for example. You need to sleep like a baby, and there are ways to create more successful sleeping habits if you need help. You need to drink enough water to keep your immune system strong and your elimination process in tune. These are things that do not benefit from waiting. This is an excellent day for allowing your natural creativity to be expressed. On this day, the arts will more than likely be very important to you. You may find that nothing brings you more pleasure. Consider putting this to good use by making some cards or gifts for those you care about. You will find that you are very receptive to enjoying anything artsy, but even more, actively engaging in art activities with a focus on giving may be the perfect thing for you. Our eyes in the sky. Mercury in Taurus and the Scorpio moon lend positive and airy vibes to the day, allowing us to chat and analyze our emotions. The moon is in the via combusta degrees of Scorpio, so we could get up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. Try not to let your ego get the better of your emotions, and have patience with both yourself and those around you. While we're cosmically set to get an emotional reprieve later in the morning, today might not be an easy day. As the afternoon progresses, the moon begins to form harsh aspects with Venus and Mars. Emotions that we've repressed might begin to affect us, though we won't necessarily have the tools to release them just yet. A cerebral energy could put us in an obsessive headspace, so try not to fall down any social media rabbit holes or stalk your ex online. Thus, energy also gives us the motivation to make money and build security. Unfortunately, the planet of action could meet with some resistance from Saturn. Try not to make any spontaneous or premature financial moves. Take stock of your finances in the coming days and form a plan to resolve any lingering debt you may have. In the early morning, the Scorpio moon trines Mercury in Taurus, supporting sound judgment. Although it is typically difficult to make decisions during the Scorpio moon, justice, liberation, and truth act as conceptual guides. Gray areas take on clear definition. There is an obvious choice if we want to stay in line with our ethics and end up on the right side of history. Although we can make important elections now, this is also a great influence for handling less serious business. Getting together with friends, working on group projects, or doing volunteer work within our communities are all favored. Our perspective can be communicated without ruffling feathers or alienating those who we need to have on our side. Sharing opinions openly and authentically breeds trust and diffuses enmity. Mid-afternoon, the moon opposes Chiron in Aries, triggering events that cause us to feel insecure. We may still be able to communicate our ideas effectively, however, underneath a facade of objectivity, our behavior is being governed by painful recollections of our past. Certain interactions remind us that life isn't always fair. Perhaps we have been slighted in a way that feels unjust. Feeling unworthy or incapable can find us seeking out support, placing pressure on friends or partners to uplift us. In this way, we risk turning our back on own desires to align with others' interests, conceivably to escape persecution. Hiding from our uniqueness only serves to distance ourselves from our intuition. Be mindful that others like us for who we are, not how well we can chameleon ourselves to their agendas.